All right there. Okay, these are brand new graphics. I don't know if you can see here, but here we go. This is going to be my challenge to put these on this car today. Oh boy, this is going to be quite the workout. All right, here we go. You can see they just keep getting better. All right. All right, as you can see, there's not a lot of working room in this garage. We have this massive C20 truck, which basically eliminates half of the garage. So there's really not a lot of working space in here. However, this is what my plight is. So I'm gonna go ahead and start laying this out. So check it out. First thing I wanna do is go ahead and try to clean up these graphics. One thing about this garage, we're exactly not the neatest folks in the world, but we manage. Gotta flip them around. Alright, the first real trick to this is going to be just getting it up there and lining it up. So the real trick for this is going to be, being so long in one person, I'm going to do it in stages. Bring it down slowly so that I can position it, hopefully with no calamities. And already I can see I have to make a shift, which is not a big deal. So the only way I can think to do this is just a little at a time, begin to shift it back and forth until I get it placed. Once I have it placed horizontally, I'll come back and work on it vertically. So now the only real obstacle I have here is the door handle. So that's going to be a trick to get that on there, but I don't think it's going to be all that bad. There's also a little door latch here. The emblems I took off, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. But we'll just keep going back and forth. All right, we're at the moment of truth. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start securing it slowly along the entire length and see how that's going to stick down. The important thing is avoid air bubbles as much as possible and wrinkles especially. Well, we got the first side pretty much installed, so now it's going to be down to rubbing it down, getting the air bubbles out. There are wrinkles, unfortunately. We kind of started out with something a little bit rough, so anyhow, here it is. Now comes the trimming part. got the first side on. Don't look too close. There are some wrinkles. It's pretty tricky though to put this on. Way harder than I thought it was going to be. Just so many curves and twists. Even though it's flat, there is subtle curves and such. So anyhow, what do you think? It's day 2 of putting on the graphics on the car. The other day I did the passenger side and turned out okay. A few wrinkles here and there, no bubbles. But what I didn't have with me was a heat gun. So this time around I have a heat gun. Heat gun's gonna help it so I can stretch things a little better and hopefully won't have as many wrinkles. It's a big job for one person, but I did it and I think it looks great. Also what we're gonna do is add a dulling spray to it, basically take it from a shiny finish to a matte finish. So that's gonna be probably in the next day or so. So we'll have all that done. Plus, you know, we're getting the trailer. So all this stuff is gonna come together. So my next job right now is to peel off the old CC's logo where we'll have the brand new one. And of course our new exhaust away, which is gonna be right here. So, all right, let's watch. So the trick to this whole thing is just trying to get it lined up all by yourself. So this is what I got so far. So you kind of see here. So what I'm going to do is just inch it along both sides until I get it just right with the length. And then after that, I'll come back and start to move it up and down, and then take my razor and begin to slowly, very slowly, get it to be in place. And then comes the trimming and all the other things. Looks like it's moving. Look at the way that looks at the graphics. It looks like it's fucking moving right now. Moving? You know, has that look like it's going fast even though it's sitting?
Yeah. How much better do those tires look in that too?
Dude, that looks amazing. Looked like a little bitch tires before, huh?
Yeah, and you and Hunter were so against me getting new tires.
I never said anything about tires.
Both of you complained about it because of the money.
Get the fuck out of the picture.
You know what it cost? $120.
I don't remember complaining about tires.